We have some flash traffic. Gordon's alive! I had to. For units in Truck/Solomon area, there are indications that major IJN fleet units have deployed from Truck into waters northeast of Onong, Java Island. Units operating within striking distance. Attempt to intercept. Yeah. So Onong, Java is up here. Let's see here. The actual location that they're giving, maybe that's the location of the island and they're saying they're northeast of this position. It's not clear. It's poorly worded. Should send a message back saying you really need to specify whether you mean northeast of this position or northeast of the island. Let's actually find out what that position is before I really embarrass myself here with my needling or wheedling or niggling. There you go. That's the word. Let's see. That's 5 degrees 25 seconds or minutes south. Minutes, seconds. Who's counting? So that's what? 20 and then 30, so it's halfway between there. So let's just go ahead and mark that. Something like that, right? Sure. And then 159 degrees 20 minutes east. So 20 is over here. So that must be the position of the actual island because this spot is northwest of Onong, Java. So I'm going to assume that the enemy is somewhere over yonder. Something like that. So I think I'm actually going to go check that out. I don't know what else to really do. We could just go get new orders, I guess. But I like the sound of that. I like the sound of facing down major IJN fleet units. Let's figure out what way is the best way. Because, as you can see, we have a slight obstacle here in the form of Santa Isabel Island. Santa Isabel. ¿Por qué? So let's see. Let's see how much of a distance that gives us. 441. Boo. Maybe like that, and then just a straight shot up there. 543. Well, friends, I reckon that this is the way to go. Now, the tricky part, though, is where would this fleet be going? Because I don't imagine they're just going to hang out at this tiny, tiny island. Would they be going for Guadalcanal? Would they be going through this gap here towards Vila and Munda? I have no idea. I think it's more important, though, that we get there quicker. And that's a sizable difference in terms of the distance. So I like the sound of this course of action. It's not just a course of action, it's a course of a boat. How about that? So that's where we're going. And I think I'm going to go a little bit faster than I had 1/3. That would be prudent. Also, I will be surfacing. And where are we going? Now we're getting back on track. Let's go ahead standard for a little while. And let's see how long that's going to take us to get there at ahead standard. We probably won't go ahead standard for the whole time, because that would be a hilarious waste of fuel. Well, that's a little bit under a day. Well, I don't know. We're gaining a little bit more time, though. Well, let's keep going ahead standard. We will burn through some fuel, but I'm okay with that. So, without further ado, let's head to Onong, Java. Okay, we're getting depth charged. I've had us under for a good long while. Maybe we're not getting depth charged. Maybe those are just bombs. I don't know what's happening, because there's nothing on the surface here. I got nothing. Can you even see the boat from way up high? You kinda can. I just saw a little... I got nothing. I don't even know what's happening. I don't know why that happened. Maybe it was just one thing I've noticed that will happen with this game is it will like cache sound effects, I guess. So like if you got bombed while you were at time compression, when you go back down from time compression, it will play the sound for you. So that's fun. That might have been what that is. I got nothing. Again, I have no idea. So we're well underwater. We should be safe from whatever might have been menacing us. And we're just going to keep sailing on. And Eleanor Roosevelt is happy as can be. I've got us on kind of a search pattern here in the area of Onong, Java. It's just fun to say. And clearly putting a lot of effort into making those lines very crisp. So far I haven't detected any enemy ships, but I'm hopeful that, well, I'm not that hopeful. Honestly, they could have moved on by now, but certainly worth checking. Let's do a little sound check together. This is pretty shallow water, so I hope that they're not here. And let's slow it down a little bit.
Ahead 1/3.
And that's a negative. Alright, let's go into the turn. I doubt that we'll detect anything after turning, but might as well give it a whirl. Water's pretty shallow here. This looks like it's kind of a coral atoll, and it's dark out. I'm not sure that it would be entirely prudent to be sailing into an atoll in the middle of the night, but I went and did it, and I'm fine. So nothing detected. We have our radar set up, good to go. Hopefully we'll encounter them. If I don't run into anything towards the end of this line, I'm just going to request new orders and see what other wonderful ideas Command has for us. I've gone a good distance to the northeast, and let me just double check. Is it northeast? Okay. And I'm not detecting anything, so I feel like it's time to move on. They could have sailed on to some other place. They could have gone to Ricotta Bay. Well, I could make a cheesy joke about that, but I won't. I think it's time that we requested new orders, don't you? Here are our new orders. Deploy to position is 07S14900E by 100 nautical miles. Conduct anti-shipping operations off the eastern coast of New Guinea for a period of 72 hours. Okay. Where is that? Oh, okay. We're going to be south of New Britain here. I think that might kind of suck over there, but we'll sail by Rabaul, so that might be entertaining. And the area was 100 nautical miles. I don't remember the conversion from nautical miles to clicks, but goodness gracious, 100 kilometers will certainly suffice. That's fine. We'll just mark that down. That'll be our patrol area, and we'll keep our fingers crossed in the hopes that superstitious activities, such as crossing your fingers, will cause the enemy to convene in this area. I have my doubts, but it's worth a try. According to the game, we've reached our patrol area, and I guess I'll just have to assume that it's right. I don't know why I prefaced it with, according to the game, like it was not trustworthy. We're in our patrol area, though. Apparently about 180 kilometers is equal to 100 nautical miles, so that bigger circle is the patrol area. Again, according to the game, this bigger circle, or smaller, bigger is the opposite of smaller. This smaller circle is the one that I drew earlier, and then I have this pretty patrol pattern plotted out so that we can sail around in style, trying to find the enemy. Don't really know what to expect. I kind of don't think there's going to be a lot of traffic here. I don't really know where else to go. If we don't get any traffic, I might just kind of head towards Truck, towards that area that we were before. Maybe we'll go to Saipan. Saipan was a major... That's Palau. Where's Saipan? Oh wait, Saipan is over here. Maybe I do want to go to... I want to go to Palau. That's what I want to do. And maybe we'll go over there and see if we can find some enemies. So I'm going to sail around here, try to find some ships, because it's been several days into our patrol and we haven't seen any ships whatsoever. Be nice to be able to see some and then shoot them. I have us on a course to the hilariously named Gasmata. 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 I don't know how to say it. Or as I like to call it, Bullshit Island. The Isle of Deception. This has been the most boring patrol so far because it is February the 10th and I have not seen a single ship, and since getting here I have not seen a single plane, and I'm starting to get lonely, and I do regrettable things when I'm lonely. I don't know what I'm trying to do there. He won't respond to my advances. What the hell is going on? We're going towards Gasmata because I actually don't think this has a port, now that I'm looking at it. So this is a waste of time. I think I'm just going to get out of here, frankly. I'm just going to ignore my orders. Because like I said, I've spent like, what is today? The 10th? I think I got here on the 6th. I truly don't remember. It doesn't matter, because if I haven't seen anything at all here, not even a plane, what the fuck do they want me to do here? Like, what is the meaning of this? I want to speak to the manager. I want to speak to the supervisor on duty of patrol assignments, because this is some horse shit. I'm just gonna be real honest right now. It's some nutted brown bullshit. So we're actually right by it now, and apparently I was just completely oblivious to that fact. There's nothing here. It's not even a settlement, so why is it even on the map? I don't know. I think my overall impression of Trigger Maru is that it seeks to be somewhat more realistic. I've heard it compared in this way, that Trigger Maru tries to make the game more realistic by being more brutally difficult in a lot of ways. And I guess that doesn't really make the point I'm trying to make. What I was trying to get at is that, you know, the fact that we haven't seen anything is not surprising, considering that it's the Pacific, and it's huge. It's an ocean. There's not always going to be a ship wherever we go. It just is going to happen that way sometimes. That being said, this is a video game. What am I supposed to do? I mean, I'm supposed to be playing this for fun. So, my idea of fun is not patrolling around an empty area of the ocean and waiting for shit to come my way that won't. So, I'm going to go to the shit. I'm going to go to Rabal. I think I'm just going to hang out here and just try to sink some stuff and fuck my orders, because they're stupid. So yeah, down with the patriarchy, etc. We're going to Rabal, and suddenly I'm a feminist, I guess. I don't know what's happening. My recklessness has paid off. Again. It really should stop doing that, because it encourages me to do bad things. Let's see. 251 to 71, so it's probably at about 261. The light's coming on, but nobody's home. So I really can't hear anything in that direction. That is pretty darn close to Rabal. In fact, I'm guessing that that's probably an escort or something like that. I don't really know if I want to venture that close to the harbor, to be honest with you guys. Let's give it another listen here now that time's passed a little. That's just barely audible. I'm not even going to worry about that because, like I say, I think that that's probably something to do with the harbor. So I'm just going to keep going. See, my recklessness does no bounds. We have some limitations on my idiocy. Don't really want to go in there and start shooting the place up. Probably a bad idea. So what I think I'm actually going to do which is pretty stupid. But I'm feeling frisky. Is once I get to about due north of this island, I'm going to do something wild and crazy. Let's see. Turning right, I guess. That'll do. Forget the course lines. We're just gonna... No, you stupid, stupid idiot. We're just gonna do some cookies here in the strait between New Britain and New Ireland. You like that? Look at that. I don't know why that's making me laugh. That is... It's just a circle going in a circle. Why is... I'm easily amused. What can I say? Weather's pretty clear. Got some slight waves. Nothing too crazy, though. Got the radar going. Might actually put us under for the day. At least for several hours. See if we can come up with anything on the hydrophone. Well, that's at least something. We've got a plane. No, you know what? Fuck that. Who's the best gunner? Forgot that we have a William Halsey aboard. Guns. Dr. Napster. He's taking a nap himself. How about... Cinch, why not? Go for it, my friend. And, that'll work just fine. Should I go to general quarters? I probably should. I'm getting a little punchy, as you can see. Because I've had absolutely no contact with anything. And this plane has caught me in a pretty bad mood. See if we can get eyes on him. 32 degrees. There we go. That's seaplane. Okay, designate him. Cannot man the AA guns. Seas are too rough. Well, never mind then. All right, if you insist. Mistakes were made. I wonder if I can. Well, what the fuck? I can reload it. You know what? I'm not going to worry about it. We probably are going to get bombed. Somehow we weren't. That is amazing. Well, okay, at least the game is generating some kind of traffic. I was starting to get concerned that it was not generating traffic whatsoever, which can happen. We'll just forget. Usually it can be fixed by just saving and reloading, but in the meantime, it's annoying because you can't tell for sure. You could think, as I am, thinking right now, that we're just having shitty luck, and the issue could be technical, I guess, but I'm thinking, though, right now, since we did see a plane, that we just are being made an example of by the random number generator in the sky. Yeah, this has been pretty boring for me. I'm sure it's not exciting watching for you. Sorry. It is February the 13th. It is almost Valentine's Day, and we have not seen a single ship. Starting to get a little worried. Because maybe the planes are working, but maybe the ships aren't. I don't know. Maybe, again, we're just having shitty luck. So I'm going to have us get out of here, because I did some cookies over here for a while, and didn't run into a thing. We're going to go over to Palau now, and try to run into a convoy or something. That would be nice. Just hang out there for now. Plot out a more thorough search course once we get up there. Just trying to intercept convoys from the main islands to Palau here. I think that would be a good bet. Alright, that's the plan. And Just gonna add hope against hope that we run into some ships. Do my eyes deceive me? A faint glimmer of hope in a dreary, dark world? A ship heading west-southwest at medium speed, which I apparently ignored until now, which I, was about, I don't know, 8 hours ago we detected that, and I did nothing. Good job. Well, we'll try to catch it anyhow. Bush League, I tell you. That would be about 8 knots or 9 knots. Let's go with 9 knots. Go down here to 60 minutes. And that's about 16 kilometers. So 16 times 8. What would that be? 128? That's appalling. It's actually not that far. It's far enough away that that almost makes no difference, but it makes a difference because, you should try to catch ships and stuff. You should try to pay attention sometimes. It's a good life skill. Okay, so let's see. They're probably around here somewhere. And it was 16 per hour. When was that? 16:10. So it's been 8.5 hours. Let's just draw a line arbitrarily saying this is south-southwest. So in 24 hours, they're going to be probably a lot further along this line than here. Just a guess, 24 times 16 would be, let's try a smaller number. That would be, 24 times 16 would be, give me a second. Here, tell you what, I'll be right back. Find my calculator on my phone. The correct answer is 384. 384. Let's just draw a little line from there. Oh, golly. Well, we have quite a long journey ahead of us, don't we, dear viewer? Although, you know what? It is doable, because once we really get going at a head standard, you can see that the time is starting to shave off of there. I have high hopes that we can actually catch this ship. Now, problem, of course, is that it could change course. Problem, of course, indeed. So, we're just going to have to try our very best, because this is the first sign of a ship, aside from that one down in Rabaul, that I've even had this patrol. And I'm going to chase it down. I'm hungry like the wolf. Do 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 do. I don't know if I did that right at all, but I don't care. I'm going crazy. In case you couldn't tell, I'm going insane with impatience. It is February the 19th. Still no actual sign of a ship yet, so I'm hoping this pans out into being something. It's not south-southwest, it's west-southwest. Oh, that is funny. That is so funny. West-southwest, ladies and gentlemen. West-southwest. That's amazing. That's just brilliant. Fuck. Oh boy. Gonna go ahead and declare that I missed them. I think that they were well ahead of me by the time I got into the area due to my various errors. Kind of annoyed by this whole situation. Although in this particular case it was absolutely my fault. But it's February the 20th and we have not seen a single ship. And it's starting to wear on me, especially because I don't have a whole lot of time to do Let's Plays. And, you know, to be honest with you, Silent Hunter, if you're in that particular set of circumstances where you have a fairly finite amount of time to create Let's Play videos for the internet, Silent Hunter is about the worst game you can play because of this. Because you are not guaranteed to get any actual gameplay, unless you consider looking at a dot moving across a map gameplay. I kind of don't. It kind of wears a little thin, and it's frustrating. Because I think to myself, wow, what other games could I be playing that might be entertaining for everyone? This is certainly not entertaining for me. Perhaps it is entertaining for you to hear me rant and rave about how unentertaining this game is. But I digress. I'm going to keep pressing on. I'm just going to have to keep going. And hope that there's some kind of juicy convoy heading in from Tokyo, or from the home islands, to Palau. If there isn't, well, there's going to have to be a very serious reevaluation of our patrol, because that means that there is something probably deeply technically wrong with how things are going. So, I'm hoping that we can run into something, because if we don't, there's going to be a little bit of a reckoning, I think.
My friends, this is what hope sounds like. A faint whisper of hope, lying dead ahead of us. Well, not quite. It's about, oh boy, what would that be? 3:55, so almost exactly dead ahead of us. Jesus H. Let's stay under for a little while. Gotta admit to you, I was about to throw in the towel. Just say, fuck it. Let's never play this again. Because it is February the 21st. I'm just saying. Alright, that was actually quite a while. It's okay, though. You know what, let me measure that. So our first contact was 3:55. Somewhere over here. And let's take another listen. No! Where did you go? Oh shit. No! Son of a bitch. And I knew that that light was going to go on, but I still got hopeful. He's right behind us. Oh, wait a minute. You motherfucker. You can't do that to me. Nobody puts effing in a corner. My radar... You know what? I think my radar might be goobered up. Yep. I reloaded the game, I don't know, an hour ago. So maybe I've missed contacts in between then and now. Let's go back to the nav map. We have to also tell, I guess, the radar guy to go ahead and keep doing his job. Okay. Shit! Where did you go? You're kidding me. That time I didn't fall for it. Let's just pick a direction. God damn it. Come on. Not a great spot to be in, but don't know why I plotted that course along that shallow patch there, but you motherfucker.
Yes, sir. Ahead 1/3.
I'm not convinced that I like the sound of what that is, but 307 to 327, I'm assuming. Yep. So it's 317. I don't know, you guys. Maybe an east-southeasterly course. They could have had, I don't know, somewhere in this range, though, of directions. So let's maybe snap it up a little bit. Go on the surface. So at least I've got an idea of what direction he's heading. I'm going to try to find him. I'll get back with you guys when I do.